house of loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over. You know they will their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He leaves it with his back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off play action on first down. Wide open downfield. Sprinting away. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually, they already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Got room at the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Got it set up on the outside. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got his man. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Ducks decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Finds a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Upshaw. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. He splits to the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Makes the catch, wants to make the move upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Snagged in the middle, a jump shot. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Upshaw. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Ducks! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. He'll do it himself. He just refused to go down, kept finding space, and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Terrell. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air on second down. Fires it. Caught near the sideline. It's Callaway. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Upshaw. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. QB draw. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Creates a little space. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Give to the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll move the tight end. A run for the quarterback. Nice move to pick up yardage. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's got an open man. Gets away from one, finds some space. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Terrell. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that...
Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, what a cut! He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Toss sweep right. Finding an escape route. Turning it on! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what we've seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Snagged out of the air.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Back to throw, it's Gomez. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on 3rd down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Quickly complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat. Where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Gomez. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here comes the punt team. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They get to him as he throws.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he takes it in on the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. Win, 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 win. It seems the only obstacle in their path could be getting bored or not paying close enough attention.